Kai Havertz hits significant milestone as Arsenal reassesses striker transfer plans after major shift. Arsenal's transfer priorities are likely to be influenced by Kai Havertz's recent milestone. The German forward made a key contribution with a subtle touch that ultimately found the back of the net against Monaco on Wednesday night. While it was a fleeting moment, the general consensus is that Havertz was indeed credited with the third goal for Arsenal. This achievement brings his tally to 10 goals for the season, a notable accomplishment for the striker. After joining last season and facing considerable scrutiny, Havertz ended the campaign on a strong note, scoring in crucial matches and finishing with 14 goals despite playing much of the first half of the year in midfield. With less than half the season gone, if his current form continues, Havertz is on track to surpass 20 goals by the end of the campaign. This would be a remarkable feat, and it's the kind of scoring consistency that fans have been clamoring for, especially regarding potential summer or even winter signings. Behind the scenes at Arsenal, a significant shift has taken place with Edu Gasper stepping down and Jason Ato stepping into the role. Since then, the club has been exploring various candidates, but no moves are expected until the January transfer window opens. This change has led to questions about whether a centre-forward will remain a priority. Signing a top-tier striker would require a significant investment, and players like Viktor Gyökeres, who has already ruled out a winter move, are likely to be a focus in the summer. The new appointment to replace Edu will certainly bring their own approach to recruitment, which could differ from that of Ato or even Dan Ashworth. Names like Roberto Olob could have their own ideas for strengthening the squad. For now, Havertz must continue his strong form, keep scoring, and help secure victories. While the team's overall performance has dipped lately, recent improvements in their results have lifted the mood of the fanbase. Havertz's versatility also positions him well if the club does bring in another forward. He is capable of playing in midfield or as a second striker, providing support to any incoming player. Mikel Arteta has long been a fan of Havertz, taking a gamble in 2023 with a £65 million transfer to bring the widely scrutinised Chelsea forward to the club. So far, Arteta's decision has largely been vindicated. However, it's important to note that Havertz isn't expected to block the arrival of a new striker at the Sober Realty Training Centre, though this may not happen in the winter window. Mikel Arteta may have just confirmed Arsenal's first January transfer, as Monaco issue becomes clear. Mikel Arteta has made a crucial decision for Arsenal that could offer valuable insights into the club's January transfer plans. Arsenal was forced into some intriguing changes when facing Monaco in the UEFA Champions League. The 3-0 victory, accompanied by several missed chances, might have flattered the performance, but ultimately, the job was done. Leading up to the match, much of the focus was on who would start in defence. With Jurrien Timber, Thomas Partey, and Miles Lewis-Skelly struggling with fitness issues during the week, the two former players missing the open training session only added to the growing list of absentees. Gabriel Magalhaes, Ricardo Calafiori, Oleksandr Zinchenko, Ben White, and Takahiro Tomiyasu are all currently sidelined. However, one name that has come under sharper focus is Kieran Tierney. Given the injury crisis, Arteta was asked about the Scottish international before the European match, and his response hinted that we might see Tierney play a significant role soon. Yes, he is ready, he's training really well, and he will get an opportunity for sure, with the way the team is looking right now, Arteta said. That's why, and because he also deserves it, with the way he's conducted himself and how he's been with us. He's willing to do it, and when that happens, you have to give opportunities to those types of players. However, fast forward to the day after Arsenal's victory over Monaco, and we see that Tierney once again remained an unused substitute. Arteta opted to start 18-year-old Miles Lewis-Skelly at left-back, with Partey and Timber both entering the squad, the former filling in at right-back. As the game unfolded, Arteta made full use of his 5 substitutions, but none of them involved Tierney, with even Timber, despite his injury concerns, being brought into the action. The state of the match may have played a role in this decision, but it nonetheless leaves a question mark hanging over Tierney's future. In the second part of his press conference on Tuesday, Arteta addressed the upcoming transfer window. While the conversation mostly centered around new arrivals, it seemed clear that changes were being considered. The window gives us an opportunity to strengthen the team if we think it's necessary, and we believe we have the ability to do that as well, Arteta stated. We're on it, and we just have to assess the situation, because it changes every week. Right now, it's not for the better, but I'm sure in a few weeks, we'll be in a better position. The better position Arteta refers to, of course, relates to players returning from injury, not necessarily new signings. However, there's clearly an expectation that deals could be made in January. If the team gets those injured players back, and Tierney is still not being utilised, it would be a strong signal that his time at Arsenal may be nearing its end. His continued exclusion could be a defining moment, and the upcoming League Cup match could reinforce this notion further.